Hey guys, I'm Kate, and this is usually my booktube, but today is Shadowhunters Aftershow for episode 11. So, yeah, we're one episode away from the Malik episode, and this was a phenomenal episode, I must say myself, because there was this big twist at the end of the last episode that I was like, no, they can't do that, and then I woke up the next day and I'm like, wait a moment. You remember what Lydia did in that one episode when we first met her, and she looked like Valentine, and then all of a sudden she wasn't? Well, Valentine could have done that to look like Wayland. Oh my gosh. I got super excited. I was like, yeah, that must be what happened. And then we're watching the episode, and I'm like, but he's so nice. And like, why would Valentine do that? Why wouldn't he just kill them then and there? Why would he pretend to be Michael Wayland? And then I realized he needs something. He needs the mortal cup. And so I'm texting Rebecca this and telling her what I think, and she's like, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. But before I figured out the whole mortal cup thing, she was saying how she wished that it was Michael Wayland and not Valentine because it was so sweet. And I said, yeah, but there's something about his acting that's off. And either that's an acting choice or he's a bad actor. And I really preferred the acting choice because I don't like having bad actors on my TV shows. I just don't. So I'm super excited that my theory was correct. Oh my gosh. Now let's move on to Becca's list. Okay. So, number 1, Jase's acting. She said it was incredible, and I must say so myself that out of all the episodes so far, this was the best episode for Jase. I mean, maybe it was because he got a bigger emotional range because all these things were happening in his life that were messing like everything up, and he was just like he was like a girl that time of the month. Oh my gosh. But it gave him a chance to broaden his acting, and I really liked it. And it was really fun seeing him interact with his father, who's actually really his father, but like, yeah. His father who's not his father, but is actually his real father because he thought his father was someone he's not. Yeah. Okay. And then Lydia was developed, and I like that. Lydia always confused me with all of her decisions, all of her choices, because even if you're following the law as much as you can, they just didn't always make sense. And seeing her go up in front of the Inquisitor and say how she really feels was really amazing. I really liked it. It made me really like Lydia. I'm not saying I'd ever give her away and let her ruin Malik, but I like her character. Just don't like the idea of like Lalik or something. Is there even a ship name for it? Because I don't want there to be. I don't know what you call it. Anyway, so yeah, she was really well done. And I really liked how Magnus later on mentioned that Lydia's a good person and he likes Lydia. It's just he doesn't want either of them to be alone all their lives, or him, because that's what would happen if they got married. And then next thing, Magnus was a boss lawyer. Oh my gosh, he got out there, and I was like, I can just picture him doing this at the Clave all the time because he's one of the downworld representatives in the book, so he basically is a lawyer. So seeing him be a lawyer on the TV show was awesome. He was so good at it. He had so much flair, and usually you don't talk back to whoever is the judge, but he was like, I can do whatever I want, and he got away with all of it. I loved him. I loved it. It was perfect. Okay, then the Malik moments. Oh my gosh, that moment at the beginning of the episode where he's like, I need payment, and he was like, anything you want, and he's like, you. And I'm just like, please say yes. And he's like, anything besides that? And I'm like, he just gave you a very fair deal. Take it, Alec. He wants you. You want him. Don't get married. Just go with it. Oh my gosh, how badly I want that to happen. And then he didn't even take his bow and arrow, which I knew he wasn't going to do. I knew he was just playing with Alec, but still. And then that scene where they're talking about the bow, where he's giving the bow and arrow, and he's telling him how he feels about Lydia and him, and he doesn't want either of them to be alone. And I'm just like, I'm gonna cry. Because this is so beautiful, because Alec is just meant to be, and Magnus is trying to show Alec that, but Alec just isn't seeing it, and I just want him to open his eyes and see that Malik is meant to be. Oh my gosh, that rhymed. I could write songs! Yeah! Okay, and then the next thing was Sibling thing. Because it happened in the books, it happened here, we're all happy they're staying to that part of the books because the entire book series, entire TV show would all be messed up if they left it out, of course, because it's one of the most important details. Though, the fact that they did it in this episode makes me wonder what's going to happen in the next two. Because that's exactly how they end City of Bones, with everything that happened in that last episode. So these last two, I don't want to know what's the big twist at the end of the last episode, because I know next episode is all about Malik. But after that, what's gonna happen? I don't know. I don't know. I'm just so excited for the Malik episode that I haven't thought far enough ahead for the next episode. Okay, and then Izzy, because Izzy was a strong, independent woman, and it was great. She was willing to do anything to stand up for what she believed in, even lose her runes, and it was inspiring. I loved it. And I'm so happy she didn't have to lose her runes, but it was so inspiring seeing that she would do anything for what she cared for. Okay, now cons. Okay, apparently the Valentine thing is a con in Rebecca's mind. Now here's what I say. Now, it wasn't what happened in the books, and so it made the entire thing where Valentine was explaining how he's Jase's father seem unrealistic, because he didn't have any proof. At all. At all. He didn't even try to prove it. He was just like, you'll believe me. And they did. But at the same time, I really like the whole twist of meeting Michael Wayland before you realize that he's not Michael Wayland. Because I've been wondering this whole time about how Jase keeps seeing pictures of Valentine everywhere, and he's not making the connection that Michael Wayland and Valentine are the same person. And of course he's not making the connection, because Valentine had a glamour on the entire time. So that explains so much. And then she also put Sibling thing as a con, because as much as it's absolutely amazing, the drama just kills me. And her, it's so dramatic. And she was like, I just can't take it. I'm like, I can't take it either. It's almost as bad as the fact that the Malik episode's next week. Not quite as bad, but pretty bad. It's just so dramatic. And then, last thing, Simon wasn't as good in this episode. He didn't do anything bad, but he wasn't really interesting. He was just kind of there. And I was like, yep, hi, what's up, Simon? Good to see you. Good, no, you're not dead. Not like that last episode where he was pretending to be a serial killer. That was kind of fantastic. But nothing bad, because you can't have amazing episodes for all the characters every time. I mean, to tell the truth, if I got to choose, I'd just have amazing Malik episodes every time. But we can't do that. We have to keep the story going. So, well, whatever. Okay. And now that we're done with Becca's list, which had most of the things we need to talk about, we'll move on to my list. Okay. So, pros. Luke had Simon's back. I thought it was so cute when Simon was talking about how he thought he found the love of his life, but then this other guy came in and he knew he was never going to get her, and then Luke's just like, you know those siblings, right? And he's like, wait, so they can't date? And he was like, yep. And I'm like, oh, Luke, you just made Simon's day. Like, good job, Luke. As much as I am not a Kleiman fan, I think they're better as best friends. I thought it was cute that Luke came to Simon's rescue. I thought it was adorable. And then, the other the promo, oh my gosh, that promo was the best thing ever. I'll probably rewatch it like 20 times tonight, because there's so much Malik, and I'm just waiting to see what happens at the wedding, and I want to see how Alec lets Lydia down, because there's no way he's marrying Lydia. He's Malik forever. The show writers love Malik. There's no way they'd just end it for some random relationship. They wouldn't do that to us. So I'm so excited for next week's episode. So excited. Okay. Something that wasn't bad but wasn't good and was just kind of like, was the Inquisitor, because I liked how strong and strong-willed she was, but she was so annoying. She was worse than the books, because at least in the books there was some off chance that she kind of made a little bit of sense, and she was just over dramatic. Here it was like, you do realize that none of the things that you're saying correspond with each other. So the trial you're going after doesn't have anything to do with what you actually want. So you're just making a big waste of time for everyone. It might ruin one girl's life for no good reason. Yeah. But I did like how they portrayed the character, and I like the actress who played her. And so when she shows up in, like, next episode, I mean, not next episode, next season, or whenever she shows up again for what she actually does in the books, I will be excited. Okay. Cons. I said the pair body thing, because they were just putting so much on this pair body thing with Jase and Alec that doesn't even completely make sense. I'm all for pair body. Parabatai. I'm all for it, because, oh my gosh, Will and Jem, all perfect, and the entire Emma and Julian thing in Lady Midnight was absolutely fantastic. But there's just something over dramatic, like they're trying to make something that's not dramatic in this whole Parabatai thing that they're doing with Jase and Alec right now, and I don't really like it. And so that's all I have to say today. It was a very good episode. Maybe not my favorite, but definitely up there. I'm saving my favorite for next week. They better not mess it up in any way, because Malik is gonna be the episode of a lifetime, I'm telling you. And so I will talk to you later when I'm talking about Malik. So, like, dislike, comment, and I'll see you later.